Hey, Duff McKagan from Guns N' Roses. Nice to see you.
That is me.
You're right behind, over my shoulder. Ironically, in my office, I've got the one of the original Rolling Stone covers that you guys were on. I actually have it autographed.
Oh, now I do see it behind you. Yeah, that's cool.
I've got to say we're currently on Nothing, and of course you got the two new tracks that came out from any more gems from Chinese Democracy out there that are still yet to see the light of day.
Yeah, I don't know if this is really from Chinese democracy per se. It was when we got back together. Axel had this grouping of songs, and he said, "Man, this is really important. Can you guys, can we do something with this?" He and he was had vocals on a ton of it, and the vocals were so good that it really um, pushed Slash and I into the, to put our stamp on it, on these songs. And it was cool putting out, I think, for us in this day and age and all of that kind of stuff, putting out two songs before a leg of a tour, putting out another two songs before another leg of a tour, just to keep it fresh. I think these days records, you put out a record and it like comes and goes, right?
Yeah.
Um, so I think we will do a record soon, a new record, but um, I think we did it the right way for this first 10 years of touring, and Nothing and Atlas were, were kind of the cream of the crop of the songs. I don't know, you can't pick favorites at all, right? But these were two really cool songs that was seemed like a nice way to end this foray
Well,
into releasing singles.
and you answered my next question. So the rumor was there's definitely some you're not done recording stuff with Guns N'
Right,
Roses per se yet.
right. No, no. I mean, if you're asking me, I'm always writing songs. I'm always writing riffs, and I've got a garage band file full of stuff, and we've been jamming at stuff and stuff at sound checks and rehearsal on and all kinds of stuff. So the mood in our band is great. The vibe is awesome, and so yeah,
Quite the array of opening bands on this tour as well.
yeah. We had Public Enemy with us in Europe, and it was so cool. Great guy. We love Public Enemy, have forever, and the our audience, or our combination of our and their audience, it was perfect, just perfect. It's really cool to have them. So, and getting Ice Cube for LA, we had a relationship with NWA guys stemming back from '88 on,
Right.
Black Crows on a couple gigs. Pierce the Veil is a band we've like watched kind of rise, and they were available. It's who's available, when, where you're at in the world, and yeah. So we got to kind of get who we wanted to be on these all these shows.
You mentioned Pierce the Veil. I would guess that's one, but any new bands that you see coming up, you're like, hey, that's one of those bands that's definitely one to watch now in rock.
Yeah, well, we got Barbarians of California on a show or two. I really like London's Slash's Sons band.
Okay.
There's a bunch of young bands. There's a band, I don't know if you guys have played them yet, because I don't think the record's out. They're called XCOM, and they're
Okay.
more in like the Turnstile
Okay.
vein. And I love Turnstile, and it seems like a lot of people love Turnstile. But I come from the OG, punk rock world, and to see kind of that heavy punk rock backslash whatever it is, hard rock,
Yeah.
uh, who cares? See it have a big place in rock music right now is cool for me.
And let's face it, from when you started till today too, the music business has changed so much since way back when as well.
Absolutely.
I mean, it ain't the same trying to get a break now as it was back then, I would think.
No, I don't know how they do it. I don't, if you look at like something like U2, they had Island Records, and they didn't break until their fourth record. They
Right.
didn't break. So that you had a record company believing in you and staying in there, you know, that does not happen these days.
Right.
People don't sell records. People it's a different economy, you know. So you have to go out and sell T-shirts and kind of, if you're a young band, get gas money for your next gig to get the van to the next city. You're selling T-shirts and whatever,
Uh,
CDs and whatever you can.
It's all about being on the road these days.
Yeah,
No longer need a house. You live in a bus or a van.
van. Yeah, totally.
Back to the early days of Guns N' Roses.
Yes, yeah. I mean, you know, any artist or band that can get through, it's a miracle. You know, right place, right time. You have some radio stations. Back in our day, you had radio stations that would believe in you and would play that Welcome to the
Yep.
Jungle. You know, they played at midnight. You know, it was a little abrasive for daytime, and
Yep.
you know, young people our age were identified with our band suddenly. And
Speaking of right place, right time, I got to ask you this. Word has it you were quite the stock wizard way back when in the old Seattle days, where Microsoft, Amazon, Starbucks, all of a sudden Duff McKagan goes, you know what, these guys may be something.
well, I mean, here's the deal. I got sober in '94 and kind of woke up and started looking around and got interested in some things. And Starbucks has been in Seattle since '72.
Yeah,
So I saw it down in LA. I would come down in Studio City and there'd be a line. And I went somewhere else like San Francisco or something, and I saw another Starbucks and there was a line. And they started to put stores in other cities. And I'm like, well, that seems to be a growing business, you know. Microsoft, I just got a desktop computer, late
right.
'94. Like, what the hell do you do with this AOL and all that stuff? But I saw everything was Microsoft on
Right.
it. You had to get
Yep.
the Microsoft. Yeah. And okay, well, these desktop things seem to be growing. Everybody's getting them. So that was that. And Amazon, kind of the same thing. And I'm not like a stock picker and I'm not a single stocks guy, but at the beginning I was, and I just, you know, I was in Seattle, right place, right time. I was in
I was
Seattle. I'm
just gonna
from Seattle. I lived there, you know.
I was just gonna say, so any stock tips, but I guess not.
No,
Well,
no.
you mentioned Seattle. I would think you're pulling for the Seahawks this weekend in the big game.
What a crazy season, you know. Beginning of this year, I was in Brazil. Beginning of the football season, we were down there. We were all over South America, Central and South, and it was about the Mariners. You know, like our baseball team finally went further, you know, than it ever has. And
Right.
so, of course, I was watching. I'm a big Seahawks guy, but it was like, okay, but it's the Mariners right now, and the Seahawks might go, you know, 9-7. You know, well, we'll see. You know, didn't know who half the team was, and then just started as we got. I started to watch games. I'm like, whoa, this defense really good, and they started winning every game. And it
Yep.
was just the strangest season, really. Um, but you know, you got to give it to them. They won the last 9 games. They beat the Niners and the Rams
Yep.
twice,
Yep.
and that's the tough. It's NFC West this year, the toughest, I think. Um,
They were.
yeah, and you know, the Eagle. I mean, sorry, the Patriots story is a good story too. You know, so and they, you know, they won the games that were in front of them. You can't really. Well, they didn't have a strong, you know, schedule. Yeah, they beat everybody. You know.
Hey, that quarterback deserves to win it this year. So I'm with you. That's if I'm putting money on the game, that's the way I'm going is with your Seahawks. So
Right. Yeah.
we'll see what
Good.
happens on Sunday.
That's it, man.
Thank you so much for taking some time out. I appreciate it, and we'll see you when you get here playing Hershey for what I think the third time in the last 5 years.
We love Hershey. We keep coming
I'll
back.
I'll see you then. Thank you for taking
All
some
right.
time out.
Cheers, man. Thank you.
Cheers.
Okay.